Hello and welcome to beautiful Samoa, the host of the 2017 OFC Under-16 Women's Championship. I'm Gordon Watson. Some of the Pacific's best young female players were on display in Apia as the region's top 10 teams were vying for the rights to fly Oceania's flag at the 2018 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in Uruguay next December. In this edition of OFC Monthly, we'll wrap up last month's tournament in Samoa, we meet one of the rising starlets of the New Caledonian team, and join the Cook Islands players on a school visit. We put the spotlight on the growing awareness of OFC's End Violence campaign across the Pacific. And on the road to the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia, we preview the upcoming home and away OFC qualification final between the All Whites and the Solomon Islands. But first to Samoa's capital, Apia, and the OFC Under-16 Women's Championship. Tournament debutantes American Samoa faced Fiji in the opening encounter, followed by Cook Islands' clash with Tonga. Although American Samoa threw everything they had into their historic match, Fiji's impressive skills and undeniable fitness showed from the outset as they secured all 3 points on offer with a well-deserved 4-1 victory. The second match on the opening day saw a closer contest, but after picking up on Tonga's defensive errors and finding the back of the net early in the first half, Cook Islands managed to get their campaign off to a winning start with a 3-1 triumph. There were plenty of goals and action on match day 2, with the hosts facing New Caledonia before Tahiti's meeting with the defending champions. New Caledonia got their campaign underway in impressive manner, brushing aside Samoa 6-0 in the opening match of Group A's first day of action. New Zealand came out guns blazing in the second match of the day, stunning Tahiti in the early minutes of the game, with Callie Brown finding the net 4 times in the opening 12 minutes. With the Kiwis intent to keep a firm grip on proceedings, things only got worse for the Tahitians. In an impressive show of force, the defending champions sent an ominous sign to the rest of the competition to crush their francophone opponents 17-1. Fiji and Tonga got match day 3 underway before American Samoa's meeting with the Cook Islands. Despite a strong start from Tonga and a dominant second half from a very fit Fiji, nothing could separate the two sides as they were forced to settle for a scoreless draw. The second match of the day proved far more decisive as Cook Islands became the first nation to qualify for the OFC Under-16 Women's Championship semi-finals with a 4-0 win over American Samoa. Following 2 wins from as many games, the Cook Islanders have guaranteed themselves a top 2 finish in Group B. New Zealand continued their dominant form during the second outing, while Samoa claimed their first points of the championship to the delight of the boisterous home crowd. After seeing Tahiti's heavy defeat at the hands of New Zealand, the New Caledonians were determined to frustrate their opponent with a strong defensive performance. But it only took 17 minutes for the Kiwis to break down New Caledonia's resistance before running out 7-0 winners. The second match of the day saw a much improved and organised performance from host Samoa, who dominated Tahiti to claim a surprise 4-0 victory. Despite their impressive win over American Samoa, Tonga's tournament hopes have ended on match day 5, after Fiji claimed top spot in Group B by defeating the Cook Islands. Needing a win to have any chance to qualify for the knockout stages, Tonga showed plenty of intent to brush aside American Samoa 6-1. With Cook Islands already assured a place in the semis, Tonga's win had placed them on equal points with Fiji with only one match remaining in the group. However, the Fijians rose to the challenge to defeat Cook Islands and claim top spot while ending Tongan hopes. New Caledonia joined New Zealand in the semi-finals thanks to a narrow win over Tahiti in their final Group A match, while the Kiwis made it 3 wins from 3 matches by easing past the hosts. In the opening match of the day, New Zealand continued their unbeaten streak with an 8-0 win over Samoa to claim the top spot in Group A and book their meeting with Cook Islands in the semi-final. Francophone rivals New Caledonia and Tahiti produced a closely contested encounter in the second match of the day. The Tahitians broke the deadlock just before the half-time whistle. Jackie Pahua wasted no time in finding the equaliser when the teams returned to the field for the second half. Marie-Laure Pelene followed up only 10 minutes later to secure a 2-1 win for New Caledonia and second place finish in Group A. New Caledonia's Jackie Pahua has emerged as one of the players to watch during the group stages. The 15-year-old scored twice, but her contribution is about more than putting the ball in the back of the net.
Je voudrais continuer dans le foot et faire plus. Je voudrais jouer en professionnel. Comme c'est moi, j'aime le foot, c'est mon sport préféré. On a une bonne équipe et puis depuis qu'on est arrivé là, on a gagné. Parce qu'on s'entend bien, on a une bonne ambiance entre nous. Puis il faut avoir une bonne ambiance pour... si on a une bonne ambiance à l'hôtel, en dehors du terrain, ben on aura une bonne ambiance sur le terrain, on va s'entendre. On a une bonne entente entre nous, on s'entend bien. On a une bonne vie de groupe et puis... Voilà, ben on s'entend bien entre nous. On a envie de gagner parce qu'on a laissé notre pays derrière nous en Calédonie. On a laissé notre famille, nos amis, nos proches, c'est pour revenir représenter notre pays ici. Une équipe et ouais, notre coach aussi, il nous encourage et il regarde les matchs pour nous, après il nous dit comment il joue, après nous on peut avoir de l'expérience sur les autres joueurs, sur l'adversaire. C'est différentes équipes, il y a les différents niveaux. Oui, il y a des équipes qui ont évolué, comme nous. C'est de lever le groupe vers le haut pour qu'on va jusqu'à la finale pour représenter notre pays. C'est plutôt un rôle de défenseur. Un rôle de défenseur et après je me sens bien en attaque, c'est mon poste pour marquer des buts. Je me sentais bien parce que la première mi-temps, on avait baissé la tête et comme ils avaient marqué un but, après notre coach nous a encouragés. Après quand on est rentré, on a eu envie de gagner contre Tahiti pour aller en demi-finale contre les Fidji. C'est dur à enchaîner les matchs parce que on est encore des enfants et puis c'est dur pour nous à récupérer. Il faut plus de temps pour récupérer. C'est parce que j'ai laissé ma famille en Calédonie pour venir les représenter ici. Puis c'est eux ma motivation. C'est ma famille, je représente ma famille sur le terrain. Ma famille et la Calédonie.
Cook Islands have also enjoyed a successful tournament in Samoa to secure one of the semi-final spots on offer. The players were also keen to express their gratitude to their Samoan host by visiting a school in Apia.
We wanted to do something, to give something back to Samoa for hosting us, and the girls, when we put it to the girls, they said, oh yeah, they were very excited to be able to. I think it gives them a chance to get out as well and mingle with, with the Samoans as well, especially with kids. They and just share part of what they know, their soccer skills and that with children here in Samoa.
Well, I think it's going to be a very good experience for us, coming over here, mixing with the children, and probably teaching them some skills.
Obviously, the primary school kids look pretty excited about the whole experience. How are you guys feeling about it?
A little anxious. I think we've visited some in Raro, but this is new.
You know, the kids of these schools are very happy because they meet the girls from overseas, from other country, yeah, and promotes the soccer, the game.
I think a lot of them have experience, working in their clubs with under 8s, under 11s, and I think they've got younger siblings as well. So I think for them they won't be too shy about it. I think they're all quite excited to do this. Yes.
I think our school, they promote the soccer. Most of the kids, they like playing soccer.
I think we've been in our hotel most of the time, recovering, getting prepared for our games, and I think this will be a good day out, afternoon out for them, after a couple of an hour, just being out from the hotel, different environment, different scenery, and yes, just get them to relax a bit more and just enjoy it, enjoy the day.
Cook Islands face an uphill battle against tournament favourites New Zealand for a place in the title decider before Fiji face New Caledonia in the second semi. New Zealand struggled to find a gap in the crowded Cook Islands backline in the early minutes, but after adjusting to their deep defensive structure, Callie Brown broke through to open the scoring in the 18th minute. Maggie Jenkins followed up with 2 quick goals. Brown slotted in 2 more to bring the New Zealand tally to 5. Captain Maya Hahn was the next to get her name on the score sheet. Cook Islands held their heads high when they returned to the field, conceding only 2 more goals to Jada Stewart and Grace Wisniewski. The second match saw a far closer battle, with Fiji and New Caledonia scoreless at half-time. But the Francophones stepped up in the second half, just like they did in their previous match against Tahiti, to win 4-2. Defending champions New Zealand went into the title decider against New Caledonia as hot favourites to secure their 4th title and book their place in next year's World Cup in Uruguay. New Caledonia took the field looking like a different team that suffered a 7-0 defeat to New Zealand during the group stages, and it took the Kiwis 28 minutes to grab the lead, which proved to be the only goal in the first half. Arabella Maynard scored her second goal 6 minutes after the restart, before Melissa Iakawe's own goal brought New Zealand's tally up to 3. Maynard profited from New Caledonia's dropped heads and sent in 2 more goals in the space of 3 minutes, before substitute Grace Wisniewski squeezed in New Zealand's 6th goal to get her name on the scorecard.
Goal for New Zealand, scored by number 6, Grace Wisniewski.
Congratulations to 2017 champions New Zealand, as well as to all the best individual performers of the tournament. A total of 89 goals were scored during the OFC Under-16 Women's Championship in Samoa earlier this month. We've picked out 10 of the best for you to sum.
Just because you cannot see violence doesn't mean it's not there. Help us raise awareness against violence.
Me kaukaua kanganga, tudake kavaluta na vei vakararao taki.
Be a champion. Speak up against violence.
Koe taha kotoa pe, o gea no totonu, ke tupua ke ia atakai, o wikai iai, e whakamamahi.
Nous n'acceptons pas la violence contre les filles et les femmes.
E tūna dondonu i ando ave iranongone mera susungi e nambula e siangani vakararao taki.
Each child has the right to grow up without violence.
Tata marut o kumvelana rights anun moana mar kumvavina liklik.
Mais pour gagner, nous avons besoin de vous de notre côté.
Bumante mi pelana, alivi mi pelalong rausi masualong Pacific.
Tini mapa agah tapasi oi.
Munduka na vei vakasau prarataki.
On the road to the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia, New Zealand and the Solomon Islands will battle it out to decide which OFC team qualifies for the Intercontinental Playoff against the 5th-ranked South American side. The two sides last met during the group stages of the 2016 Nations Cup in Papua New Guinea, with New Zealand edging past their rivals 1-0 thanks to an 80th minute goal by Luke Adams.
And it's Luke Adams in the 80th minute who gets New Zealand in front.
After winning last year's Nations Cup, the All Whites have been drawn into Group A of the third round of the OFC World Cup qualification with New Caledonia and Fiji. Anthony Hudson's men defeated New Caledonia 2-0 last November in Auckland, courtesy of a brace by Marco Rojas, before they were forced to settle for a hard-fought scoreless draw in the return leg in Kone. In March this year, the Kiwis travelled to Lautoka, where Rojas was again on target to help his side to a 2-0 win over the Fijians. 3 days later in Wellington, Ryan Thomas starred for the All Whites with both goals in their 2-0 win.
And they were patient and they got their just reward.
Eventual Group B winners, the Solomon Islands, lost their first Stage 3 World Cup qualification match 1-0 to Tahiti last November. To make matters worse for the Benitos, FIFA later awarded Tahiti a 3-0 win for the Solomons fielding an ineligible player. The return leg in Honiara was heading for a 0-0 draw before Emmanuel Poiler's crucial winner deep into injury time. In June this year, the Solomons hosted Melanesian rivals Papua New Guinea in a thriller which ended in a narrow 3-2 win for the home side. In the return leg in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea grabbed the lead in the 18th minute. But the Benitos dug deep to turn their fortunes around. By winning their last 3 matches, the Solomon Islands have finished on top of Group B and set up a home and away decider against New Zealand. The opening leg of the home and away tie will be played on September 1st in Auckland before the second leg in Honiara 4 days later. And we wish both sides all the best. That's our program for now, but join us again next month when we return with all the latest from Oceania's world of football.